line, and especially as I say that Arden pick, just so that they almost don't pair it up with the Fortress. So I'm curious to see how No You responds to this Rona pick from Crunch Time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. So we do have there the Rona pickup. So Rona is one of my favorite heroes to play with Churnwalker and Fortress. So you have that's a wombo combo draft right there for crunch time. Like you got so much AoE CC, the AoE damage from the red mist coming out from the Rona, and then Fortress giving you that extra move speed with the Truce of the Tooth. So I'm extremely hyped to see how this is going to work out, because if it's played properly and they got a lot of synergy on the side of crunch time, this can completely go in their favor.
Yeah, no, actually, it really can. No, now this is also kind of a weirder strategy from No You. They have a Grumpjaw, and they've paired it up with an Adagio. I really don't know where they're going with this draft thus far. They have a decent amount of frontline and backline, but I'm just curious what their fifth pick's going to be because it's kind of a little bit disconjointed. They've gone for more ranged carries, and kind of give them the lyre to go for more poke. Now, on the other side, Crunch Time's picked up the Baptiste. That to me is a bit of a mistake, honestly. Uh, there really isn't much diving from No You. I guess if you're hoping to keep people from running away, it's okay, but that's not really where Baptiste shines.
Yeah, indeed. Like Baptiste is very good for peeling. Right there, right here is not going to be that useful because they do have, as you just mentioned, they have three backlane heroes. They have the Lyra, the Kestrel, and Adagio. So like they would normally focus more on dive hero potential, but they do have the Fortress. So Fortress can turn any ally hero on your team as a dive hero potential. So like it can work out. I think they just wanted that extra CC because like even though they do have the Churmilker Baptiste together as a whole is extremely powerful. So, and now we're going to have a Tony ban. So, Tony is one of those bans I would normally see more into the early phase bans, not until the last ban. So, I don't know why they decided to do that. We're going to have to see what they want to continue on doing. And right now, on No You, I expect them last pick to go on something extremely tanky with a lot of CC because, like, they have literally no CC right now.
Well, I mean, really, it's interesting. The Rhyme ban. Whoa, whoa, okay, all right. I think these teams kind of went for something a bit interesting. So you said something tanky and CC heavy. Idris is almost the exact opposite of that. Now, crunch time, I think that they're going to be filling out their mid lane composition. But looking at No You, I mean, it seemed like they kind of fell apart just a little bit to me towards their draft. It looked decently solid, but uh, once they really didn't fill out with that front line, I think they could have some trouble potentially dealing with a decent dive from Crunch Time. And if any fights go sustained in any way, shape, or form, Crunch Time win those. So Varia is the last pick for Crunch Time, and we should be heading into the game shortly. So Maxman, what do you feel about these comps?
Well, like, it's very weird that you just mentioned there for No You. Like their draft, when you look at the heroes in a one-to-one situation, every hero they picked up is a very good hero in the 3.1 meta. Adagio, maybe not that much. Like he's not played that much. He's quite powerful, but not OP standard. Like so, one-to-one situations they are good. Like they have no like they literally have no synergy whatsoever between themselves. Their heroes you do not usually see together. Like probably Lyra Grumshaw that works out well. After Adagio Idris is something that can be played actually quite commonly, but after that, like the synergy from the comp on the side of No is no good. Whereas when you see on the side of Crunch Time, I talked about like the wombo combo trio. Do you have the Fortress, Churnwalker, Rona? That's absolutely godlike. If they play that and play to their win conditions, I'm gonna have to give this game over to Crunch Time.
Now, the other interesting thing though is just how powerful of a pick that Fortress is right now. So a lot of times I feel like even though he's probably going to be played in the jungle, he almost by himself can carry his team. He can get his team towards his carries as he needs to. He doesn't need the ridiculous amount of gold that you normally get from the laning phase. He just needs a couple of jungle camps here and there, and he'll be okay. So he'll get up cheaply. Things like Rona, what do you need? What do you need in her? A breaking point and a serpent mask, and you can go all defense from there. Relatively cheap build. Baptiste kind of needs a little bit more than everyone else, but you don't need a ton to be effective with the little bit of dive on the front side. Well, whereas on the other side, Kestrel takes a couple of items to get further. Idris looks like he's going to go the CP path, so he's going to have to build up a decent amount of items before he even unlocks before he even unlocks his perk fully to give him that range to engage. So
Oh.
it's a bit of a kind of back and forth. I'm curious as to see how No You finishes out this laning phase.
It's going to be extremely interesting. And like we were talking a lot about the fortress, and right now, like the win conditions of No You is to shut down this jungle fortress. If they do not do that, like Tribe did when like Tribe play against that and they had the crew on their side, they snowballed the early game. They shut down fortress. If they do not do that, if they do not go into the jungle, look for fights, try and take their jungle, fortress late game is just going to be an absolute monster, and they will not be able to deal with it because they do not have a very good peel comp. Like they have literally no peeling in their com right now. So they must take their win conditions and look for fights, but apparently they didn't do that right now. So it's already shown right in the first seconds of the game that this game should be going towards crunch time.
Well, again, don't really discount No You, because if they do get to the point where they are somewhat tanky, even just having a little bit of a threat in Grumpjaw, and he's a pretty tanky threat at that, allows you to kind of sustain, let the poke come through, because really there isn't much response from crunch time other than Varia. If basically you get a pick on Varia, or simply you outpoke her, you're going to win the damage trades over time. You're going to basically win out those longer engagements. So
Yeah.
just keep your distance, let your Lyra and Adagio abuse.
Oh no, I have a little fight into the bot lane there.
Yeah, a little bit of a fight, but we should be okay.
Okay, I thought just April was gonna focus more into that fight, but apparently not. Okay. So yeah, like so far we see like Hooded Killer looks like he wants to go towards that weapon, but he says it's extremely powerful as a sustain hero. Like you can just go into the fight, stack up. I expect him to go towards that breaking point build, which is very common on Todo's Batiste. And he'll just like survive any type of fight. You got Lilith on that Grumpjaw. He's gonna be able to go head to head with the Grumpjaw and like out sustain the Grumpjaw, which is actually not that common to have a hero able to do that. So like late game, that Grumpjaw is going to have a real problem going up against that Batiste. So that's an even bigger reason you're going to have to see it and expect No You to go on those early aggression and dives. But looks like they want to play extremely passively so far, and that like I'm going to say again, unfortunately, but like it's for me it's a bit of a mistake on their side.
Well, I mean, it can be, but I also do like the way that right now No You is playing the top lane. They're letting a Lyra and an Adagio with double heals just consistently push the lane and force Fortress to basically stay bottom in the bottom lane the entire time, or just basically get your Rona killed. That's honestly a good amount of pressure that they put forward, and I'm curious to see if they can get that turn advantage, free up both the Lyra and the Adagio just a little bit to let them roam, especially towards the mid lane, where Shoko needs some help. That can be quite an advantage.
Yeah, indeed, like you said about the Lyra, just having those heals like staying up, you can really hold nice nice siege potential. Unfortunately, looks like gonna have a little bit of fight into top, but it's not gonna go that far. For the moment, it's just poking. It's just child play. It's fine. But so like yeah, the healing potential coming out. You do have a Darjo and a Lyra, so like they're gonna be able to hold fights extremely easily. Into the bot lane, we have a 1-to-1 situation.
Yeah, they do have that 1v1 situation, but oh, Jet's just barely able to get away. The Hooded Killer doesn't have the ridiculous range that he kind of gets towards the later game. So you know what? That's going to be an okay safe play for Jets. He'll just get a healing camp to be right back in lane.
Yeah, indeed. Like, oh, be careful. Do you have to dash in there with a hand grate?
Yeah, and now he's kind of trapped. Yeah, he got Lilith, but he just needs a couple more shots. Lilith doesn't have the damage. No tension bow. That might have done it, but again, now this is kind of the other side. It's curious though, who gets the healing trance? That's going to be someone important. Hooded Killer might actually just take a couple glimmer shots to the face. Jets gets the glimmer shot, gets the healing trance. Oh no, Bay does, but Jets gets the kill. So Bay is going to try to kind of just get away from this, stay alive, but that's still first blood over to No You.
Yeah, very nice move there. First kill. Only 4 minutes and 40 seconds in, so quite a late early blood. But right now, we can see like almost 1k gold advantage on the side of No You. So I was saying they're not playing very aggressively, but like apparently they're even if they're not playing aggressively, they're playing extremely passive. Then taking that gold advantage slowly to a halt, and that's them. If they keep that up, they can slowly come to pace with the late game potential on the side of crunch time. So like if they play like that and have more gold at the end of the game, like they can take it, but like they must keep this like gold advantage extremely active and like keep building up the gap.
Yeah, no, they absolutely should. Now, For Chaco, he's starting to win these mid lane trades, but he's got to be careful about Bay here in the gank. He's taking a couple shots. He should be able to get back to his turret overall. But as I was going to say, really, you look at this top lane turn, it's already at about half health. Chaco is built up, and he is in fact going the crystal path, as we all expected. He gets his perk, and now he gets to go for more fights. But the fight happens in the top lane a little bit. B17 backing away. Here comes Lily. He wants to go into this fight. I'm just April's kind of in the middle. He could go down. He's so close. He's burning alive. Lilith finishes that off. That's still 2 kills now for No You, and now the rest of crunch time just backs off.
Yeah, there was a very nice intervention. I can't say that word. I forgot how to say it. Damn it! My French is taken over. But it's fine. Like Lily's came over at the right time. Was able to give it over another kill. And look at that, the pressure on those turrets was really nice onto that top lane. And like so far, I'd like to talk real quick about B17 Gaming on that Adagio. He is going to be playing that kind of utility Adagio. He's not going to play as that weapon or CP carry I was actually expecting when we saw the draft. So it's interesting to see that. And like you have then I Love Night on the Lyra and B17 Gaming on the Adagio. They got 2 extremely heavy healing players, and they're going to be taking that first turn into the top lane. Nice push. So like they can have a lot of sustain on the side of No You. So that's going to be extremely interesting to see what they want to do throughout this game.
And as I mentioned before, it now just opens up both No You and, or excuse me, B17 and I Love Night to just roam down towards the mid lane, where Chaco, since he's gotten his Crystal Path unlocked, he's been able to just consistently push flowers. So the mid lane might be the next target for No You.
Oh, looks like they want to try and push down these turrets, but unfortunately, like the potential of healing by I Love Night and B17 Gaming is just too much, so they're gonna have to back out a little bit. And run out into the bot lane in a fight, and it's gonna be another kill.
Yeah, it is another kill, but Lilith, he kind of turned over just a little bit, so he's just gonna kind of proxy farm the minions and walk away now. Yeah, I mean, just incremental advantages like these just tend to build up. This bottom lane will most definitely go down, and still more gold in the pockets, No You.
Yeah, look at that, another turret going down. Right now, there's 2 turrets. Only 2 turrets gone down for No You, so that's a very nice push on their side. Like, they're taking down objectives, and actually, like they're turning my prediction over. So I'm not kind of happy about that. But well, it's fine. It's fine. I'm happy to be upset every once in a while. And so far, they're pressurizing so well.
They are just pressuring so well. I did say that like once No You gets towards that later stages of the game, and as they start to kind of close out the laning phase, when teams start to group up, that's really where crunch time's advantages lie. Now they kind of had like crunch time had like the really early game, and then I think they should win the late game. But overall, No You, this is their time. This is where their power spikes hit. They also have to be careful here. Great bulwark from I Love Night. He's trying to get away. That's going to be a Verse of Judgment, stunning all 3. Now B17 getting spun on right now. There's an entire pack of wolves on top of him. I Love Night. He's got to get out of that. There's 4 members here for crunch time, and Lilith, you're running away, buddy. You're in the middle of the entire fight. Retro seeing what he can do, but this should be at least Lilith able to get away. He's gonna walk away. Oh, I Love Night. Careful. All right, he's gone. This mid lane turn, and meanwhile, was taken down by Chaco. So great fight though overall from crunch time, but still returned from Chaco.
Oh, Chaco, able to get away from the spear of X Flowers. Nice move there. Like, that's the problem, unfortunately. Like, they tried to stay too long into this fight. They do have a lot of sustain, as we were talking about. Unfortunately, it does have its limits, and you have a Rona then that's going to be coming up, and she just sustains in those fights also very well. So they got a lot of sustain. We have to respect also the sustain and the burst potential coming out on the side of crunch time. And so far, we are going to have a 1-2 situation into this top jungle, but no, it's going to be B17 Gaming. He's going to get away without any problems. So, like, so far, these fights, in the late game phase, I expect these fights to last extremely a long time. So that's when you're going to see those teams focusing on those stacking items on the Dragon's Eye and the breaking point. So they're going to be they really need to buy those items as soon as possible, as we do have Ghost Ring secured for No You.
Yeah, no, Ghost Wing security is just such a great objective now. The interesting thing is you said the team fight should take a while to go on. Well, I mean, if you look at it, who actually has burst potential from crunch time? Well, you know who does have burst potential? That's definitely the Gruntjaw. Lilith is so close to killing. No to kill. One shot, 1 kill. Secures that up. Jets, you gotta run away now. That was a decent place. Active camo works out well. I'm just April's so low. Holy crap, that spin was just great from Lilith. He might be able to get April. There you go. Bay in the fight. He should be able to win this. There you go. But still a 2-for-2 trade in the bottom lane.
Oh my god, I'm actually quite impressed because the torment coming out from the Chernobyl actually nullified the stuffed ultimate from Grumshaw. I was actually that was a very nice reflex there coming out from I'm Just April. So like props on that move. That was extremely well played. Unfortunately, Jets did die, but like just the mechanic on its own was nice played. And so if I look at that, the pressure, they're going to go for another turret, but unfortunately there's not a huge minion wave right there. And like we're hitting the 11-minute mark right now. We're 5-3, so not that many fights. Gold advantage though is at 5,000 so far, and they're doing a really good job. Do you see how the fight 1-1 kill does connect?
Yeah, it does connect. Now, I'm Just April might be a little bit too far forward. This is what you got to worry about if you are crunch time. This is the time where you really just have to back away. You have to have all your members and all your health. You don't have it right now. They're just going to keep continuing to poke, and just everyone from crunch time seems to be taking some shots. Shaco YouTube was able to pick up one. Now he's on to April, and April goes down. There's the double kill, and now No You looking to break this mid lane turret.
That's a 12 sack. Aegis for you guys. CP Aegis is extremely powerful in 3.2. You do not want to ignore that type of hero when you got that Divergence pass passive up and available. And so for the looking to try and push this checkpoint, try to look at that. We have a little bit of a start of a fight and just try to poke.
All right, there you go. There's the attack of the pack. Bay going in up to Chaco, who he's taking a decent amount of damage, but Bay, he might have stood up a little bit too far. Now he goes down. Great fearsome shade to force No You to disengage, but they still come away with that with one pick. They can look towards to go straight back towards the mid lane. As long as they don't get picked off themselves, one shot, one kill does not result in any kills. So let's just call it as it is. April might be a little bit too far forward. He's going to go down immediately. And so, again, just the picks from No You are so good, but they need to convert it to objectives.
Yeah, indeed. That's what they're going to have to try and focus. Oh, Retail almost going down. Going to be popping the healing flash right there. Lilith's going to be ordained. Going to try and escape. Going to be out in the backup of his team. Like, so far, like, Shaco YouTube right there, his Dragon's Eye, he stacked just 18 stacks in a matter of seconds. His positioning was really on point, and at that point, like, just one Shakram is going to do so much damage and destroy absolutely everyone on the side of crunch time. So if they're able to protect Shaco YouTube, and like with the huge amount of sustain they've got, they're going to keep him up for an extremely long amount of time.
Oh, Shaco getting dove right now. He just got stuffed. I'm not sure. Oh no, he just used an ultimate, popped it, got away from that. Now I'm Just April's in the middle of the fight. Lilith actually gets the Bay. He eats his Bay, and now there's a double kill once again for Shaco. And Shaco's done so well with his double kills. He's just gotten the double kill. It seems like every fight. The Vein Crystal's open. Flowers still somehow alive. He's going to walk away from the Totem Killer. Holy crap! He has like no health. The Vein Crystal going down as well. So No You looking to finish this off right here. Flowers not sure what he can do. He's all alone in 1v5. A double kill yet again for Chaco. So you know what? He's just gonna be happy with his double kills. He's gonna take down the Vein Crystal, and No You are victorious, 14-3.
Well, I think we got to eat our words about what we said in draft that we were giving over to crunch time. Unfortunately, happily, like an upset is always cool and very interesting to see how things actually occurred and how it went on. Like, No You take the victory with the draft. We weren't very happy about, but they made it work extremely well. So like, full props here to No You making those heroes work together quite well. And like Idris, like fully making the plays, like stacking up so well. So like MVP for me is going to be my little Choco.
Yeah, Chaco just actually did really well. I think that him and his 7 kills, no deaths, and 1 assist definitely carried the team, quite literally half of his team's kills. But either way, they're going to win it out, and they did it in a pretty dominant fashion. Win the laning phase, continue to poke, and they will take it. So we will have another game tonight. I will be here with Nikki Tsunami, his first 5v5 cast, wink wink. That will be later tonight at 10:30. So I will see you then. So Macman, any last words?
No, just thank you everyone for watching this match. Hope you guys enjoyed.